I started out doing kind of like beat tutorials or like production style videos, and I kind of used that. I was using like other big artist names to like get clout, you know. That I'm putting it in a really bad way, but yeah, obviously I'd showcase like my producing skill, but low key I would like, you know, throw my own music in there, and then like my followers, as I was gaining more and more, they would start to see like, oh, like he's got his own music and it's pretty cool. And yeah, I played the long game, and my master plan worked because now they don't really care as much for like the production stuff, so I've just been doing my own music.
You say you played the long game, but I mean, starting YouTube when you did, it was a hard time to tap into the market, really. There were already really well established YouTubers out there. What do you think it is that you did differently that meant that you were able to build up this following?
I would make YouTube videos like this. I would take my smile off because I'm a real smiley guy. No smile. I'd look into the camera like this, and I'd say, "Welcome." And then people were like, "Why is he so deadpan?" And like that would drive up the comments, and I noticed that. And it's funny because it started out like not intentional. I was just so awkward talking to a camera in my bedroom. Like it was just weird to me. So, and then I started saying like, "Oh, this is kind of like a point of conversation, and this is driving up engagement. I'm sure that helps out the algorithm," or I don't know. I was like 18 at that time, so I was just like, maybe this works.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to it, isn't there, with YouTube? What's it like having fans that feel so connected to you as, people on YouTube do? It's kind of different, isn't it, to a regular musician's fan base, perhaps?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, I haven't like, I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface with my music yet, and some people have been, you know, messing with me for almost 5 years now, which is crazy. Yeah, I think like people could see my roots basically. It's all out there on YouTube, so I feel like that definitely helps people connect more with what I'm doing.
Making YouTube videos can be quite an isolating experience. You don't really need lots of people around you. But going out to do a gig in front of thousands of people is obviously a completely different experience. How do you find the buzz of doing that compared to speaking to the camera?
Oh man, those are like two worlds that I've just like compartmentalized in my brain. I've always wanted to perform ever since I was a little kid. Just it's like been my dream. It's almost like everything in between. Like I didn't think I would end up like even producing music. I just like when I was a kid, I was just like, "Oh, I want to be on stage. Like that looks really fun." Yeah, it's almost like music was like the stepping stone that I ended up liking a lot, thankfully.
You see so much on YouTube, the kind of temptation to go for clickbait. When it comes to music, you see things like diss tracks and different ways that people engage with their audience and try to drum up viewers. How have you stayed away from that, or have you stayed away from that approach?
No, I totally used to do that, I feel like. Or maybe not clickbait. My whole content series in like back in the day was like I would make things in 2 minutes, but people would get really annoyed because I just like cut up the video so it's under 2 minutes. I didn't actually do it in 2 minutes. It probably took me a lot longer. So people would get really annoyed about that. I guess that's clickbait.
I don't think that's too bad. I think people are doing much worse than that.
Yeah, probably.
And what's next for you? Obviously, music's the main ambition. What's the dream?
The dream is to just keep playing bigger shows in London.
Have you been to London before?
Yeah, yeah. I went back in the start of 2020. It was like right before like the whole pandemic situation. So we got really lucky, and yeah, that's like still my favorite show I've played to date. Oh man. London, like out of every show I've ever done, was my favorite city last time, so looking forward to it. I feel like I've got like a whole new show for everybody in London, so it'll be really fun.